Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Viorst. I went to bed with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed, I tripped on my skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And that's when I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At breakfast, Anthony got a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. And Nick found a junior undercover code ring in his breakfast cereal box. You know what I found in my breakfast cereal box? Breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. In Mrs. Gibson's carpool, she let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said, "I'm being smashed." I said, "I'm being squashed." I said, "If I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be carsick." I told everybody and nobody even answered. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickinson liked Paul's picture of a sailboat better than my picture of an invisible castle. At singing time, she said, "You're singing too loud." At counting time, she said, "You left out 16. Who needs 16? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because Philip Parker said that I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Paul was his best friend, and that Elliot was his second best friend, and that I was just his third best friend. So I told Philip Parker, I hope you sit on a tack, and I hope the next time you get a strawberry double-decker ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off and lands in Australia." It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At lunchtime, Philip Parker had 2 cupcakes in his lunchbox, and Elliot had a piece of jelly roll with coconut sprinkles on top. But guess whose mom forgot to pack dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. "Come back next week and I'll fix it." Next week, I'll be in Australia. On our way home, we picked up my dad at his office, and he said, "Don't mess with my copy machine." But I forgot. "Don't mess with the books on my desk." And I was as careful as I could be. Except for my elbow. He said, "Please don't mess with my phone." But I think I called Australia. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because at supper, there were lima beans for dinner. I hate limas. And there was kissing on TV. I hate kissing. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes, and my marbles were down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. At bedtime, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out. And then I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It's been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that, even in Australia.